Hello everyone, I'm Rec-V5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition with Winterfrost.
Yes, and in the last episode, I did a whole bunch of alchemy and a little bit of smithing and that kind of thing. And I cleaned out my cloud storage chest and stored a whole bunch of stuff in various containers in Breeze Home. And so basically every safe storage container in Breeze Home now is full with something. And I did a whole bunch of alchemy and managed to get my alchemy skill up to 100.
Nice.
But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save ingredients, right? And I may, when I gain levels, I may occasionally spend the odd perk on that. I might get this one, because this one will double the number of ingredients that I can gather.
Well, you know what? At least you won't have to be so much of a flower picker if you do that.
Oh no, I'll have to pick every flower. But the thing is, though, what it will do is it will give me access to this one as well, where I can make purified mixtures, so negative effects are reduced from potions and positive effects are removed from poisons.
Yep.
Because in this last alchemy session, I did make some poisons that were pretty powerful, but also had other effects like add, a powerful temporary buff to health and that kind of thing, like contradictory things.
Yep.
And so I had to store those. I've got way more potions than I'll ever be able to sell to anybody.
So I practice with my fists.
But first of all, we'll take a little tour here, and it looks like I've got lots of matured plants here, right?
Yep, all the pot plants.
Yep. And of course, some of these don't have buds. They're the male plants, right? It's only the female plants that actually grow the buds that are smokable material, right?
Yep.
And I guess you can also harvest the leaves and smoke them and all that kind of stuff too, but like the most potent part of the plant is in the bud, right? But anyway, so it adds a little bit of greenery and a little bit of life to the tired old dragon reach, right? There, had some good luck there with those ones.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, I'm going to leave them in place. Like, I'll harvest them if I ever happen to, start to run out of buds. But I'm also going to do one other thing today, too. And I have a mod that allows you to smelt everything. I think it's called Cat's Smelt Everything or something like that.
Okay.
And what that does, I don't know whether in the vanilla game you can smelt and melt down the silverware or not, but it looks like the Jarl silverware has all respawned. Right?
They just brought out another set, right?
They just brought out another set. So I'm going to take all of the Jarl silverware again.
And smelt it all down again.
And smelt it all down again. Because, this is a way that you can improve your smithing. Which is something that I definitely need to do too. Because if I want to get a better set of armor at some point, like say glass armor or something like that, well, I need to be able to do the smithing, because otherwise the glass armor I get won't be any better than the armor I'm wearing now.
Yep.
Because without the ability to improve it, you can't get it past the baseline, which is not nearly as good. So
Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised you went this long without doing any smithing.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a lot to work with, and I think I did strip the Jarl's castle here of all of the silverware at one time. But, you can only do that once.
Yep.
And then you have to wait for it all to respawn again, right? Okay, well, it looks like we'll take the garlic, because that's actually an alchemy ingredient. Looks like these things don't really respawn. There's no more gold in them. That didn't respawn either. Neither did those things. So not everything respawns, but we'll still make a quick trip through the castle here, and we'll take every piece of silverware that's not nailed down. By the way, this is a cheat chest from the Fendrix Magic Evolved. Like, if I wanted to learn spells for free, I could basically...
I guess you gotta have a little...
Your mic is off.
Oh, my mic was off. Yeah, because I went and the furnace came on and it was super loud, so...
Yeah.
I was just saying, I guess you gotta have a little bit of discipline and not use that.
Yep, that's right. I don't, because it will, you know, like, upset the balance of the game. But it's there. If you happen to use the mod Fendrix Magic Evolved, well, then, you know, like, you can learn every spell from the mod if you want to, just through kind of a cheaty thing like that.
I guess at least you could use that chest as a reference to see what all the spells are, but then just not use them. Just not read them.
Take a bite out of Farengar here because we're a little bit hungry. And then now we'll have to go into the Jarl's quarters as well. I wonder if all these... Yeah, I can redo all these locks too.
Yep, everything is gone and relogged, and all the silverware is gone and respawned, and everything else.
Yeah. I could take that iron sword too, why not? Just in case I start to run a little low on iron ingots or something. Yeah, we can re-pick all these locks. It's a little bit different situation since the last time I picked this lock, though, because I had to be really careful because I didn't have 99 plus lock picks the last time, right? I think there's the soft spot right there.
I don't know, man. I still think setting all the tumblers is easier.
No, that was a nightmare.
I'm gonna get that mod for Skyrim where you got the old Oblivion-style lockpicking.
You don't have time to play Skyrim anymore.
I don't have time to do anything anymore.
You barely have time to do this.
That's right, but I'm still gonna get that mod.
Yes, these days you are so busy you barely have time to do these recordings, so I don't think you're likely to have time to play Skyrim.
I do my best, damn it.
Yeah.
See, if I could just get Skyrim set up, then it would be one of those things where I just sit down and play it, right?
Yep. Well, I gave you the suggested mod list and all that kind of stuff.
I did actually acquire like a whole big ball of mods too, right? I just haven't installed them. So I've got the mods, I've got the game. I think I even have the game installed. I just don't have the mods installed. So we're like that close. It's just like the Fallout 4 thing all over again.
Yeah, it's just like the Fallout 4 thing all over again. See,
which Fallout 4 did get installed, by the way.
Did it?
It did. It did get installed, but none of the mods are installed.
So I could give you a couple of my mods that I wanted you to test, and you could test them, right?
You could, yes. And I could test them if I actually booted up the game.
Well, maybe I'll just have to twist your arm one of these days, and we'll just have to take a few minutes out of your busy schedule to do that. There, I just leveled up from lockpicking.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Yes, you used to be an adventurer like me. Well, looks like the coin purse is back. We'll take those goblets. Oh, that one's not a silver one. Can't take the steel or silver ingot. Can't steal the silver ingot. We can take the goblet. We can take that jug. Anyway, there is a payoff to all this, folks, if you bear with me. There is a reason that we're doing this, which will be demonstrated here in just a few more minutes. Oh yeah, Lucia came up to me when I came into Bree's home and asked me for an allowance, so I gave her 1,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
She was happy.
Yeah, I bet.
See, there's a whole bunch more silverware here in the Jarl's quarters, right? So you can just grab it all.
Hey, there's some potions and stuff on top of that wardrobe there?
No, that's just liquor.
Oh, okay, it's just liquor.
Yeah.
See, and then the children who want to drink the liquor are like, damn it, foiled by height again.
Yeah, that's probably why he puts it up there. Although I would imagine that if they really wanted to, they could find a way.
Oh, there's this handy chair over here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got a bowl here. A little bit more stuff here. Pick another lock here. This is that sword that that you get from Adrian that you have to give to Proventus Avenici. And it ends up in this display case here, right?
Oh, okay. I never knew that, actually.
Yeah.
I've never been in here
This
before.
display case does not actually appear unless you do that little errand.
Huh.
If you don't do that little errand, this space in here is just blank.
Go figure.
There's no case there, right?
I had no idea.
Anyway, we're nearly done. We've almost picked up all the silver items.
Yeah, you really go all the way when you want to pick up all the silverware, don't you?
Well, yeah, because you should see how many silver ingots I get out of this. Like, I don't even need to steal all these silver ingots, right? Alright, well, that's it. There isn't any silver in the servants' quarters, so we won't bother going back there. Just go back out here again. They get just plain old clay and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know, plain metal utensils and clay.
Yep.
Anyway, now we'll head back to Bree's home, carrying all this silverware. I also discovered that the silverware you can pick up in Valkahar Castle, you can't melt it down.
Oh, that's weird.
Apparently it must have a different ID or something, right? Than the regular silverware does, because it has bloodstains on it.
Oh, yep,
That
that's
stuff
probably
has the
why.
bloodstains on it.
Yep.
And whoever made the smelting mod, I guess, didn't include the Valkahar silverware in the smelting.
I guess it would need a patch or something. Maybe they thought it was the same silverware.
Could be, because I did. See this? We got a nice
Greenery?
yeah, around the tree, right? Maybe we'll have to do that quest and get the tree a little greener. And we have the odd one planted here and there.
See, who the hell needs a greenery mod when you have this?
Yeah, see, we got some more here. I think I got a bunch planted up here too in front of...
Whiterun is a 420 friendly city.
That's right. Yeah. And we got a little bit planted here in front of the Drunken Huntsman,
Don't suppose you'd
and
enjoy
a little
my
bit
sword.
here.
Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
And a couple of plants out in front of Bree's home as well. So inside we go. And now we can go to our smelter here. And... okay, well, I got a couple of gold ores. I can make a gold ingot to melt down that iron sword. And there we go. Silver ingots. So we'll melt down all the goblets and bowls and plates and... see, there's two different types of goblet too, right?
And all the jugs.
Yep. And platters. Okay. So that's all of that. And I've already got a whole bunch of gemstones, like regular gemstones. I stored... actually, what I did when I decided to clean up the cloud storage chest a little bit is I stored all of my magical weapons in this cupboard. And then I still use this drawer here for, you know, like various letters and things like that, right?
Yep.
And the bookshelf is full, so I unfortunately don't have another bookshelf. And so I'm using this cupboard to store all my alchemy ingredients. And the reason this looks different is because I made this into an advanced lab, right?
Right.
So that's why you see the design on the tabletop, it looks different than the vanilla.
Yep.
Right. And we have all of the potions that I made that I can't possibly sell because I'm making potions that are worth like 3,000 gold pieces each kind of thing, right?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. And of course in the dresser here we've got all the magical armor and clothing items that I can't sell because I've got so many of them.
I don't know how you get this wealthy. I'm never this wealthy.
Yeah.
I'm always broker than shit.
Yeah. And then here's where I put my crafting gear, because I made a bunch of crafting gear to enhance my alchemy and smithing abilities, right?
Yep.
And in here I've got all the unenchanted jewelry. So if I have, you know, like if I want to do some jewelry enchantment, I can go there and grab something. And in this table is where I put all my flawless gems. Because with the arcane nexus here, and actually with any kind of enchanting table, you can sacrifice a flawless gem to enhance the enchantment on a particular piece of armor, and a different type of gem affects a different type of item. You know, like some of them do headgear, some of them are like body armor, some of them are boots kind of thing.
Yep.
Depending on what kind of gem it is. But anyway, we're going to make jewelry now. Because we have... oh yeah, I should just show how many silver ingots I got out of that. Okay, I got 60 silver ingots out of that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So now we should be able to just go to town and do lots and lots of smithing here. Of course, I have a gold ingot, so I'll make the gold sapphire ring. And then I can make some silver sapphire rings, because I kept all my regular, and then silver ruby rings.
You have a lot of rubies, man.
Yep. Well, that's from all that mining, right? Every time you mine, you get some gemstones, right?
Well, every now and then on occasion. I guess it just goes to show how often you mine.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll continue on here by making silver garnet rings, because I have a lot of garnets as well. Okay, and I have run out of silver ingots, I think. So there you go. But I managed to go up about 12 skill points in armor, right?
Yeah, just from that.
Yeah. And I've still got 10 garnets left, so I had way more gemstones than I had Anyway, I'm just going to grab all of the...
Figuring you'll do...
I'm leaving these in here. Leaving that in there. 1, 2, 3. Leaving those in there. I'm just taking the mundane crafting items, because these are all used for various things, from making ultra powerful poisons to you can make magical staffs if you have a couple of other things, right?
Yep.
Or you can make your own skooma, or like stuff like that, right? And of course, these are a quest item, and you need these to make Daedric items later when you have the ability to do that. I missed the stairs.
Get stuck. Have to TCL, or...
Have to...
Yeah, TCL.
Have to put some railings on those stairs, I guess, eh? So we'll put these alchemy ingredients in the cupboard here. We'll just collect them again. Because we have a little bit of stuff here, but... we'll... What was that?
I got no idea.
Yeah, neither do I. Okay, well, let's see if I've got a magical effect on me or something. Well, I've got a lot of magical effects. Okay, whatever.
If only you could sort magical effects by date.
Yeah, really, eh? Okay, well, anyway, we need to... Oh, yeah, we need to stash all this jewelry we made, too. So, we'll do that. Okay. Okay. Now, do I have anything else I can drop off here? Well, I could throw those other 10 garnets back into the cloud storage chest here. And that iron ingot. Okay, we'll throw that goblet in there and that plate. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. So there you go, folks. That's one way that you can boost your crafting skills. Making jewelry is actually a very efficient way of doing that.
Yeah, a lot more efficient than doing the iron dagger thing.
Oh yeah, because with the iron dagger thing, I mean, I guess that...
you can do it more or less perpetually, but it takes a long time.
Yeah. Well, and also I'm not really focusing heavily on the smithing thing right now. I did gain a level here. I'm going to spend it on smithing. Because then I can do things like... I've already got enough level of smithing that I could get arcane blacksmith, so I can improve enchanted items. And then I can start working my way around the outside here. And ultimately, I think it would be good if I can get a set of dragon scale armor that I can... Again? Wow, okay. Well... Okay, we'll take care of that while we're here too.
I just need to feed on blood. Your dragon blood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stupid dog.
Knocks over a cup.
Yeah. There.
Yes. But what about you?
Okay, well, we'll work on the Debellan arts again. Yeah. Let's discuss Okay, for somehow or another since the last episode, Winterfrost has become an expert in the religion of the Lady Dibella.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm not sure how that happened, but it just happened. So, anyway.
True.
So,
I never had a friend before. That's my sad story. That makes sense.
that being said, though, this particular quest line is I think the longest one in the Amorous Adventures
Well,
mod.
here I am. Why don't you get closer, and I'll do the rest. That's what I wanted to hear.
Because you have a number of relatively short ones, like things like, like you can get the health boost amulet from, like the what the hell's her name? The girl in Riverwood.
Yeah, yep.
And it doesn't take very long. You have to talk to Faendal and, the other guy. I can't remember any of their names now. God.
Sven,
Yeah, Sven.
Faendal,
Yeah,
Camilla Valerius.
Camilla Valerius. You get you have to talk to a couple of NPCs and that kind of thing in order to resolve her problems, and then she becomes your lover and gives you that amulet that gives you a nice 70-point buff to health.
Yep.
Which is a nice buff for, early low-level characters, right?
It's a nice buff in general.
Yeah. And, but there's also a little bit longer and more involved ones. Like, you could go in here.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Yeah, you could go in here and hire Janassa. And that one is a fairly lengthy one that involves, going into a few dungeons and that kind of stuff too, right?
Yep. Because
she's kind of like a combat-oriented character. And there's even one for... there's too many NPCs for me to easily name that actually have quests associated with them, both short and long. But I would say that Serana's is probably the longest one. And some of them I've never actually completed simply because there are so many.
Yep.
Oh boy, I'm really hungry. I'm gonna have to feed off of 2 guys here. Then I'll have to remember not to come back here for a day or 2 in case I accidentally kill one of these guys, right?
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Yeah, disrespect the law and you disrespect him, damn it.
Yeah. And, no, there was no biting or anything like that going on here. So anyway, oh yeah, we were going to go to High Wrothgar. To learn some more shouts. It's just that I ran into some difficulties last episode because I exited from Shriekwind Bastion and was immediately attacked by a dragon right outside of Shriekwind Bastion. And it was one of those really bad ones, like a nether dragon.
Yep.
So it was a fairly lengthy and difficult battle. See, I've got a little garden going on up here too.
Oh, fuck.
I told you, I planted something like 150 plants, right? That's why I was expecting to see some severe script lag, but apparently the game seems to have handled it all fairly well.
Well, you seem to have had a script lag for like an episode or 2, but once they all budded, right? Like,
yeah, once they all matured and all that was done with, then,
now it just works again.
Yeah, things seem to be fine. Might run into that again if I planted another whole bunch of plants, but...
All of Skyrim looks like it.
Yeah.
They grow like a weed.
It'd be like Johnny Potseed. right? Sort of like Johnny Appleseed, only with pot plants.
Oh, fuck.
Roriksted's a nice enough little hamlet, but a boring posting for a guard.
Anyway, as I was saying, I defeated the dragon, and then I went on my way to Riverwood, intending to set up my tent and empty out the bag in there and put it into the cloud storage chest before I continued to High Wrothgar. But when I got to Riverwood, I realized that I'd forgotten to take down the camp back at Shriekwind Bastion.
Oh, God.
So I actually paused the recording so I could travel all the way back there again and take down the tent.
And then bring it with you.
And bring it with me. But then by then I decided, well, you know what, I might as well just bat travel, like do the bat travel teleport thing.
Yep.
And go to Whiterun and do the crafting thing, right? So that's what I did. And that's how we ended up where we are right now. See, all the flowers here are blooming again, all ready to be harvested once again. It looks like ore veins don't spawn though. They don't grow more ore.
I don't know if ore veins actually respawn or not.
Well, if they do, they don't respawn as often. Like, I would say that these flowers are back because this cell at some point probably reset itself. Because I think they do every so often, right?
I thought it took like 30 days for a cell to reset, at least.
Well, I mean, we've been playing 30 days probably here, right? And this would have been one of the first areas that I would have gone through.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to check and see if ore veins ever reset.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing I did too, I did add a few perks under alchemy. Maybe I'll show some of that off. But one of the things that I have added is Bottomless Cup, which means that poisons applied to weapons last for 1 extra hit for every 10 levels of alchemy. Which means that if I apply poison to one of my weapons, it's good for, I'm assuming, 11 hits.
Jeez.
So some of those 230-point poisons...
You could just kill something with it completely.
Yeah, because it would end up adding up to, like 2,300 points of damage, right? Who are these guys? Okay. Let's try that out. Because I've got... Okay, let's use this cheapy poison here first, right? Miss me. Miss me again.
That'll teach you.
There. Okay, carrying anything interesting? Okay, the Writ of Dawn. We've seen all of this before. We've seen this all before. And Serana made a zombie vampire hunter.
That you can eat.
That I can feed on, yeah. I can just sneak up on him and now he'll collapse into a pile of ash. See that? He has a Dawnguard greatsword. I don't know why, but I'm collecting those Dawnguard weapons, so... It's just one of those things, right? I collect stuff. this one has a regular Dawnguard sword. Oh, okay. I think we already looted these guys. Yeah, they just haven't cleaned up from the last time yet. With that, I just one-shotted that, Yeah, We're just going to go in here and do, just because I'm getting that little bit of animation from the archery gameplay overhaul. That's when she reaches over her shoulder like that. But you can see the odd position that the arrow is in when I move, right? And I just don't like that. If she at least, you know, held the arrow in the right spot, then it wouldn't bother me, but...
Yet it works fine in first person.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's a minor conflict that I have between archery gameplay overhaul and a couple of the other. There, we'll try this too. And every now and then, I'll have that odd behavior, right?
It'll just flare up.
Yeah. There. That did it.
How weird.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but maybe that's a bug in archery gameplay overhaul where the character holds the arrow separate from the bow in an odd position.
No, I somehow suspect it's probably like an order of operations thing. So like it applies both settings, but it applies them in a differing order.
Yeah.
And the order that it happens to apply them in happens to create a weird-looking broken animation.
Yeah. But anyway, I can't do anything about it because unfortunately I'm running this game with Vortex. And with Vortex, it basically automatically sorts your mods for you in a, you know, whatever order it seems to think is the best order, because it actually automatically runs loot and all that kind of stuff too, right? And it's next to impossible to actually manually adjust the load order when you're using Vortex. Like, they've got it designed so that basically you just can't, right?
Yeah, it's very complicated.
And so, you know, if there is a minor conflict like that, obviously Vortex thought that that was probably the lesser of two evils or something. You know, like maybe it sorted them that way because there's something else that would be even worse going on if it didn't. I don't know. It's hard to say. Personally, I tried out building this game with Vortex just for the heck of it, just to see what
Vortex was like.
What Vortex was like. And you know what? We're still playing my good old Fallout 4 game.
With the old Nexus mod manager.
With the old Nexus mod manager, which is completely manual load order sorting. And, you know, I don't have any problems with that.
Well, that's okay. With some of the games that I still play on my own machine, I don't even use that because none of that crap runs on Linux. So I do completely manual. Manual installs, manual uninstalls, manual load order, manual everything.
Okay, we can get this guy good. because, hey, come back here. Where do you think you're going? Let's rip his heart out. Yeah. Oh, he's got an arrow sticking through his face, too. I got him right through the head.
Yep, you ripped his brain out.
I was amazed that he was able to actually run away with that arrow sticking out of his face like that. Wow. But anyway, yeah, that's one of the things that Unrelenting Force is good for, is if you can shout down slope at somebody, the amount of damage that they take from falling is just huge, right?
Yep.
Because these guys, those particular Dawn Guard hunters are you know, like basically damage sponges, right?
Yep.
They're massive. They have a massive health pool, and they're very, very hard to kill. But you can see how much damage he took just from tumbling down the slope after I shouted at him, right? Which is why that's a good tactic. If you can get the high ground and to shout down at somebody, even if they're a really tough, dangerous enemy, you can still harm them a great deal just by doing that.
Because you have the high ground.
Yeah. Well, and falling hurts, right? That's one of the types of damage, I guess, that...
no matter how tough you are.
Yeah, no NPCs, regardless of how much armor they have and all that kind of stuff, have really got any resistance to it, right? Anyway, we're taking the shortcut pass through here, right? So that we don't have to travel all the way around the mountain. And it's quiet up here. Oh, what's going on over here?
Where'd you come from?
More? Oh, wow. More Dawn Guard hunter guys, hey? Get out of the way, Serana. Okay, well, that's it for him. Okay. I think it's time to take your toy away.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, look, she's got a zombie Dawn Guard guy now. Okay, that's it for you.
Now you can take your iron dagger back.
Yep, I can take my iron dagger back.
No, you could eat that guy too.
Yeah. Oh, these guys were just the regular run-of-the-mill Dawn Guard guys too, hey? Where'd that other one go? There he is. He has a Dawn Guard greatsword too.
You have a thing for collecting Dawn Guard greatswords in particular?
Well, like those are from the Dawn Guard weaponry mod.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I collect them. I don't know why. Because they're from the Dawn Guard weaponry mod.
I was gonna be like, can you smelt them down or something at least? No, you're
yeah,
just
but I
collecting
think
them.
all you get is steel from them, though, right? Nope, I missed. I can't see him now. It looks like that troll's gonna get him anyway.
And then Kine will be pleased.
Well, maybe, maybe not. That glowy aura kind of makes them blurred a little bit, so they're a little bit harder to hit too, right? Hey, this elk grew back its hide.
It's like a plant, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Pot plants, elk, same thing.
Oh, look at this. Either I didn't mind that the last time around, or maybe ore veins do respawn.
I'm pretty sure they do respawn. It just takes an extremely long time.
Okay, well, we'll take advantage of that. Yeah, I don't think these guys ever respawn their blood, though. Once you've harvested or fed off them, then I think that's it. And that green glowy little animal escaped.
Well, you might be able to find it if you were to swim down the river.
Well, yeah, well.
If you were determined enough.
I guess I'm just not that determined. Uh-oh. It looks like the monsters on the mountain are a little bit tougher than they used to be, too. Okay.
Yep.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
He's going after that goat or whatever the fuck that is.
Bear?
Bear? Is it a bear?
Going after the bear? Yeah, he just killed the bear.
Now where the fuck is he going?
I don't know. Come back here. Okay, there. Took me a couple tries, but I finally got him.
Another cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go in, I'm right behind you.
Oh, Pine Peak Cavern discovered. Oh, there's a dead hunter. Harvest blood. Okay. I guess since I harvested his blood, I can't actually drink any of it now. These things have dragon bones. There, pick a few flowers while we're over here. So this is one of the more difficult challenges of the Thunderchild mod, is to carry Kine's fire up to the temple, but it goes out partway up, right? So I'm not sure what I have to do in order to be able to move quickly enough to...
Maybe that move faster shout?
Yeah, probably, but I've only got one level of it.
So it probably isn't enough.
And also, it would be kind of difficult to do that going up this slope anyway.
That's probably the only way to do it, though.
Probably. I don't know. I've never actually successfully done it.
Yeah, it's probably some combination of sprinting and using that shout.
Yeah. I don't know. There might be a way to... Looks like Serana got caught on the steps there again. That's okay. If she doesn't catch up, I'll teleport her to me later. Oh, there. She caught up. And of course you can get one of Kind's approval by reading all of the plaques too, right? Which is why I'm stopping and doing that. It's a troll. I think Serana just ice spiked me.
Yep. Right in the invisible air pocket.
Yeah. Okay, well, guess we'll remove projectiles so I don't have to walk around with a ice spike sticking out of me. Oh, another one of these things. Oop, I missed. Well, these things are tough, that's for sure, if he managed to kill this bunch of Reeklings. Because, these Reeklings are not pushovers.
Yeah, well, I imagine they probably do a ton of damage, right?
Well, now we got some more dragon bones and scales. Eventually... Okay, well, eventually, if I ever do get to the point where I'm able to do dragon smithing, then I'll have plenty of materials to work with.
Who's there?
Oh, okay. Wow. More Reeklings. Missed me. Bye-bye.
Problem solved.
See, these, they're spears. When they throw them, they cause bleed damage, just like arrows do, right?
Yep.
Any more?
Sneak? Nope.
Okay. Okay. Are these guys carrying anything interesting? No, not really. Okay. My bow need recharging yet? Yep. See, the only other thing I can think of for that carrying that flame thing is maybe if you could sprint long enough without running out of stamina, maybe.
I think you'd probably have to do a combination of sprint and whirlwind sprint.
Yeah. And it would take a fair amount of maneuvering skill too, because there's lots of places here where you can get hung up on uneven spots in the steps and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you'd have to use whirlwind sprint on the straights and regular sprinting on the curves. It'd be like a race.
You whirlwind sprint yourself right off the side of the mountain, right? Okay, has that troll respawned here? Don't see him anywhere. Maybe not. Or maybe he did. He's just in a different spot. Yeah, okay.
Done and done.
Wow, it's even cold enough up here that I'm feeling the cold a little bit. You know what this path needs, right? A row of pot plants going up and down.
Oh, God. There's no way anything would grow in weather like this.
Yeah, I don't know whether this snow would count as dirt or whatever either, right?
Probably.
I missed one, I think. There's one that sort of sticks out on a cliff a little bit. And I think I missed it.
Oh, well. I guess you can get it when you go back down.
Well, it's not very far away. I can go back for it. Yeah, I missed it. It's just that one that sticks out in the middle of nowhere. It's not very far back. It's just on the other side of that rock outcropping there, right? I think I just ran right by this one. There. See, Kine is pleased with my actions. You do those little things that make Kine happy, and that's what helps you to advance with your shouts and stuff too, right? Okay, and first things first, we need to find Arngeir. Hey, look at that. See, I can take that jug too. Are you Arngeir? No, you're not.
Well, you know, if you had a stone slab as a bed, you'd never have to worry about replacing your bed.
Yeah.
It would never break.
Or ever sleeping too much or anything like that. That's not Arngeir either. Who this guy is.
They need name tags.
Yeah, really. Well, okay, that's not him either. Maybe he's outside. Because he likes to go out here and stand on a tower and shout. Every now and again.
That just reminds me of the thing from way back in the day, back when I was younger and I worked at a grocery store. I had a little name tag that said, "Hello, my name is."
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I want to contribute to the monastery, so we'll give him 1,000 gold pieces. Because that's also another thing that you can do to make Kine happy.
Although actually, I just about damn near never wore that name tag.
No, you preferred anonymity?
Yeah. Well, more or less, actually, I mean, I guess the anonymity was nice, but more or less, actually, I just always forgot the name tag, because it was just one extra thing, right? Because you throw your work uniform in the wash, and you got to take the name tag off.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you forget to put it back on again, and so I was always the guy who didn't have the name tag.
Yeah.
But I did my job, and I did it pretty well, so the boss let me get away with that one.
I don't know, personally, I've never really understood the need for, having a person's name tag on their, you know, uniform, as if you're a cashier or a shelf stalker or whatever.
Oh, hey, man.
Because all that does is it gives miserable people a chance to know your name, so that if they want to make your life hard for some reason, then they can do that, right?
Oh, man, see, if you were a higher level manager, it's like embroidered into your uniform.
Yeah, but that's different, because if you're a manager, you're in a position of authority, right? But you know how some people, you know, can be nasty and miserable people who don't care that you're only making minimum wage and you're just, you know, like a schmuck trying to make a few bucks to put yourself through school or whatever.
Yep.
You know, like, they don't care about that. They care that they couldn't find the whatever it was on the shelf they were looking for, and now they're cranky because it's your fault that you didn't put it out there or something, right?
Well, you know what we do with that? They always tell us to go to the back and check, right? And because I was the guy who unloaded the trucks, I always knew what we had in the back and what we didn't.
Yeah.
And so you'd tell them, I don't think it's in the back, and they're like, could you go look? And you know it's not there. So what you do is you go back there and you stand back there for like 5 minutes. And then you walk back out and say, oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't find any.
Well, let's see if we can do this meditation thing. Are you going to time it for me, or...
Alright, how long does it have to be?
20 seconds, more or less.
20 seconds, alright. I'll get a timer out. I'll get a stopwatch out.
Okay, tell me when I can go.
Okay, go.
And then just tell me when 20 seconds are up. Because we can adjust it longer or shorter if as needs be, right?
20.
Oh, that was right. Look at that, eh?
Go figure.
And I learned some interesting new shouts. Gonna have to have a look at these and see what they do. Okay. So, Iceborne. Okay, I'm not really too sure what some of these do. Life stream. The shout heals the wounded and brings peace to Nirn. Okay. Oblivion. I wonder if some of these are listed in the book.
Probably. That book is absolutely huge, but probably.
Let's see here. So the new ones that I appear to have learned are Shatter Spear, right? Once a day. That's only usable once a day. Okay, so let's see if I think I've got a copy of the book here. Yeah. See if we can find Shatter Sphere. The Earthquake. Oh, okay. Level 1 of it causes a localized shock that blasts targets into the air. I might have to use that one occasionally. That might be fun. Okay, Iceborn. Gain attack damage but lose armor and magic resistance. Oblivion, isn't that one that I got too?
Yep.
Absorb knowledge. For each target struck by this, your shout cooldown decreases faster. Okay. Shatter Sphere. That's one that I had, right?
Yep.
Spit, a frozen blast that deals frost damage that partly ignores resistance. This is that one that's only usable once a day, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I have this one. Okay. True Shot, that's one that I got more of. Okay. Your next arrow deals damage based on distance. Okay, so this one is like an archery enhancement.
Just
right?
don't miss.
Your next arrow deals damage based on distance and pulls targets to you. Your next arrow summons a magical crystals from the heavens. Okay. Alright. So, you know what? That might be a good one to have favorited. Since I am something of an archer, right? And I've got 2 steps of that. So, yeah. Got. Put it there. Alright, so we gained 4 new shouts, right? So that's a good deal. Yeah, that's one that we want to avoid using probably because it reduces some of our other resistances. Okay. And it is 6:20 a.m., so I guess we're just in time to have a sleep now.
Yep. It's just convenient, so convenient that there's just a bed here.
Well, it's my player home, right? This is like the player home that you get as part of the Thunderchild mod, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Now you're hungry again, damn it.
Yep, it's a never-ending cycle. But anyway, we've donated gold to the monastery, and we've done a few other things and stuff. So now we can be on our way. Wonder if I've got just a stale blood potion here yet. That'll keep me happy until I have another feeding opportunity.
Yeah, that way you don't feed on a graybeard and then they shout you into the ground.
They're scary. I don't know if I've ever told this story, but back in the days when I played Old Rim, and I was running the original Moonlit Tales werewolf mod, the way that one was written is that occasionally you'd have randomly encountered werewolves or werebears, and sometimes you would randomly encounter them just as you were going through a load screen doorway or something.
Yep.
So you'd go into the bandit lair and suddenly a werewolf would spawn right behind you and that kind of thing. Well, that happened in High Wrothgar. And, of course, the werewolf that spawned right behind me in my back pocket, power shotted me and I went tumbling across the big room there. And then the graybeards showed up and they started hitting this thing with shouts. And they basically had no cooldown between shouts at all.
Yep.
And I can't even remember what all the shouts were that they were using, but they basically rendered this thing helpless and pounded it until it died, right? Like,
yep.
Like they
Yeah, I remember because I was actually there when this happened, and I remember like they shouted at it so much they actually pounded it halfway through the floor.
Yep.
So that only the top half of it was sticking up out of the floor.
Yeah. And at moments like that, it makes me kind of wonder why my character exists, because I felt kind of redundant. Because if the Greybeards are capable of doing that, what the hell do they need a Dragonborn for?
Because you can't be the Highlander, right?
Yeah. But it's just, like strange little things like that, I guess. I mean, in theory, I should be, at least at some point, mightier than the Greybeards, but I don't know if that'll ever actually happen. But yeah, the moral of the story is you don't screw with the Greybeards, right? Like, you just don't. There's no coming back from that. Uh-oh. Shit. Maybe he's just going to fly around and mind his own business. It's kind of weird, but occasionally I'll come across one of these encounters where I'll see a dragon and it'll fly right over me, but it obviously has business elsewhere because it ignores me, right?
How odd.
Maybe not all dragons are evil, hostile assholes. I don't know.
Or maybe it just didn't notice you.
Well, I don't know how it couldn't notice me because it just flew right over top of me again there, right? But I guess occasionally that kind of thing will happen, right? I don't know why that is. I guess some dragons are just non-hostile. But looks like we made it back down the hill. I have a quest marker. What is that quest marker for? Oh, okay. Yeah. So now we need to locate Ariel's bow. I guess that's what our next little quest thing is, right? How are we
Indeed.
doing for time here anyway?
We're at about an hour and 15.
Okay. Well, maybe we will begin the journey because it's on the far side of the map, right?
Yep.
We got to go all the way over here. So maybe we will begin the journey to Darkfall Cave in the next episode. And we'll just leave this where it is for now. So I guess next time we'll be on our way to get Ariel's bow.
All right.
Until then,
I'm Rec B5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.